It is July, it is the summer, it is the Manchester Library's 2020 Summer Reading Challenge. I'm thrilled to be joining the Silly Squad and Manchester Libraries, and I hope you are up for the challenge of reading as many new books as you can throughout summer 2020. Woo! Hello, I am Dom. I am a poet, and if you've not met me before, let me tell you that my job is writing stories, creating books, and sharing poetry. And I think I'm the luckiest person on the planet to get to do something that I find so much fun all the time as my career. So I'm here today in this video to share a few poems that I have made up, and it's all part of the 2020 Summer Reading Challenge. Now maybe you in the past have done summer reading challenges in years before where you read as many books as you can, and oh my goodness, what a joyful thing to do. I love reading. I love reading so much. All my life, when I was little, my mum used to read me stories, and it got me thinking about fantastic ideas and having a yearning to make up my own tales. So something that would make me really happy is if after hearing what I've got to say in this video, if you went off and read some different books by different authors, increase your knowledge of the wonderful, wonderful art out there, and maybe even had a go at writing something yourself. Who knows? Who knows? Everyone starts somewhere. Well, I'm going to start with my first poem for the Summer Reading Challenge. I'm going to start with probably my favourite poem which I have written. That is from this book, The Dragon Who Hates Poetry. There are a few poems of mine in this book, and I'm going to share a poem about me being a little boy on my way to school, and I meet a dragon, and this dragon is not a nice dragon. Not a nice dragon at all. What happens is, well, you'll find out in the poem. The poem goes exactly like this. I walk to school. I hear a crack, and a dragon bursts out the tarmac. Its nasty claws taut for attack. Its lips are wet, its jaw is slack. No beast will eat me for a snack. I've got no muscle, no six-pack, but I have brains dragons lack. I catch it in my maths book. Whack! Although I know I'm no hero, I have just trapped a dragon. So I raise my book and cheer, bravo! Should I hand in my homework? There is a dragon trapped between these pages. I must keep this book shut for ages. Sir, I shout, don't look below my maths book cover. It's aglow from inside, dark smoke rings blow. Should I hand in my homework? Without a sword, without crossbow, without kung fu or taekwondo, with just this book I caught my foe. Should I hand in my homework? The teacher says, that's nonsense, right? You gave the whole class quite a fright. He takes the book and it glows bright. Pages smoulder, fiery light. Please no, I shout. Look, I'll rewrite my homework. I will do it tonight. He opens the book. The dragon takes flight. And it eats the teacher in one bite. So listen, my lesson is more than implied. I don't want to corrupt, I don't mean to misguide, but if you do homework, keep your wits applied. There might be a dragon inside. Rah! The end. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. That is my poem, A Dragon in My Homework. What a joy to share it with you. Let me tell you a little bit more about Summer Reading Challenge 2020. As I said, I'm going to be making a video each week for a couple of months. I'm going to talk in future videos about the Silly Squad. They're going to be around loads throughout Summer Reading Challenge. And basically, the more we can read, the better. Reading is like exercise for the brain. It's like giving your mind a workout. And above all else, it's so much fun. Most of us all know what it's like to have not been allowed to go out with everything that's been going on in the world, to have to stay in more than we would normally. But when we've got a book with us, that book can transport us on the greatest adventures, to the silliest places, to the happiest of lands. I don't know where I would be if I hadn't had so many books in my life. And in videos to come, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of my favourite authors I've read over the years. Where would we be without books? Now, when you write stories and poems, you're always thinking, how can I make my next poem a little bit different from the one before? And that previous poem, The Dragon in My Homework, it had what we call rhyming couplets. Now, what we mean by rhyming couplets is where each couple of lines rhymes. So a couple is two, so each pair of two lines rhymes. Now, I've got a very short poem which is about a dragon, a different kind of dragon, a much friendlier dragon. And this one is not in rhyming couplets. This one's got a very different rhyming structure. The first, second, and fifth line of each verse rhyme, and then the third and fourth, a little couplet in the middle. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? And why did I tell you I did it? Well, just to make the poem sound different, because I really do my best to make the poems sound different from each other. And by having a different kind of rhyming structure, I hoped that when people heard it, it wouldn't just blend into all my other poems. So if you have quite a lot of stories and poems that you've written in the past, I think it's always a good thing to think, how can I make the next one different from what I've done before? Maybe something to consider. So this is a very short poem. It's 1 minute long, 60 seconds of your time, about a dragon called Dave. This is my poem called Dave the Dragon. I have a pet dragon called Dave. His mouth is as dark as a cave. His wings are bright red. He's as big as a shed. Sometimes Dave can misbehave. He's not really nasty or cruel, but once he flew over the school. Dave needed a drink, and before I could blink, Dave drank the school swimming pool. The teacher said, "Well, this is grim. Where can we go for a swim?" I had an idea, put my mouth to Dave's ear. This is what I said to him. "We can save the day, you and me. Fly the class on your back to the sea. They flew us outside, a trip to the seaside, and everyone shouted, "Yippee!" The end. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Wherever you're watching, I happen to live in Manchester. Manchester is the city I choose to call home. I've lived here for most of my life now, and it's a city so full of art and artists. I'm going to be speaking a little bit about other local talents in future videos, but we've run out of time today. We've run out of time for our first one, but I'm going to be back just next week with another video where I'm going to say some different poems, tell you a little bit more about the summer reading challenge. I wonder what you will have read between now and next week when I'm back with my next video. Tell you what, I'll tell you what I've read between now and then, when next we meet up. I've been Dom. Thanks so much for listening. Stay safe. Happy reading.